Kirimochi is. Hi, how's it going? I was looking at something on Twitter. Apparently it's some kind of mochi, though? Does it taste like mochi? Thanks, Elena. Tweeting about things I don't know about. Hey, let me listen to the audio here. Thankfully, the audio issues from last week were very easy to fix. I think this game is just kind of loud. So I'm gonna turn this down a little bit. But yeah, I've been having like a handful of like device issues and stuff, so I don't know if that's an issue with the devices or something else with my PC or something. Man, this still just feels really loud. I'm gonna bump this down a little bit more. Let me just make sure I'm not also hearing my audio, but I'm pretty sure I'm just hearing the stream already. Jeez, this is still really loud. I'm gonna go really far down here real quick. That's too low. Up a little bit more, I think. I think maybe like a 39 or something is probably good. Minus 39. I'm gonna go a little bit lower. Let's just, let's just do 40. And this may change per game, unfortunately, but hopefully somebody will be here to let me know if something's bad. Tina! She's cute! Yeah, so I figured this week we would just play some random Dreamcast games. So I got my little VGA box thing, and it's the first time I've ever had a way to play Dreamcast games at a resolution that's not 480i, basically, with composite or S-Video. I upgraded S-Video a while ago, but it was not that long ago, honestly. I mostly just had composite for a long time. I was pretty satisfied with composite for the most part, and then I went down this nightmare hole. And, generally, like, if I'm just playing a game by myself, I really don't care that much about how it looks, but, alright. I think we played most of, what's it called? Thousand Arms using composite. Maybe that was S-Video. I think I maybe bought S-Video cables for that specifically. Alright, let me bring the chat up here. And let me close Twitter so I don't get distracted. Bursting with energy. So yeah, I figured we'd just start with Pen Pen Triathlon since, I don't know, I'm probably the only person who will want to play Pen Pen Triathlon. I know it's not relevant to anybody watching the VOD, but I did put the backlog link up there. And so people can see what Dreamcast games I have. And if they want to request something, we can play that. But this is my request, Pen Pen Triathlon, which I know we played not too long ago on the Halloween stream. But I want to play more Pen Pen Triathlon, which I have not. I played a little bit of this. A little bit of this when I first got this box. Oh no, I played this on the Halloween stream, and then I also played this a little bit when I first got this VGA box. But yeah, let's play Tina. She's cute. What does Tina want? We got high heels, bag, ethnic shoes. Give Tina a helmet. Give Tina a red hat. There you go. Can we equip two things? I don't know if the color of the squares matter at all. Hey Alex, how's it going? Choo Choo Rocket? We'll play some Choo Choo Rocket after this. I do have a copy of that, so. Alright. So we're gonna beat Tina for a little bit. And, Miss Cream. I don't know how long we're gonna spend with each of these games. I'm very bad at Choo Choo Rocket, by the way, Alex. So, I will warn you now. So, how you doing, Alex? You doing good? All right. I don't know if jumping really is, there's an advantage to jumping or anything like that. Good, good. Are you still in school right now, or is that, I don't remember what the winter holiday looks like for school. I assume you get out for Thanksgiving, but I think you go back to school, right, after that? I don't think you get out for like the entire period between Thanksgiving and Christmas. That seems like a lot of time. Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. I don't know what I'm thinking. I'm just an old man who can't remember how school holidays work. Oh no. It's pink snow. Okay. It's a little sad you can't like carry your dash into the little thing there. Still in school. Okay. Ooh, ooh. What's going on here? Wait, how? What? What is even happening? I don't know if I have to like wait for the wind to stop and then make a dash or what. I also don't know if this elevation slows me down. That seemed to work pretty well. Oh god. Oh, I have like an attack. I didn't realize that. Interesting. Yeah, so you want to do an attack into the goal. Okay, you can't attack underwater. Man, this game is so loud. I have this set to like a really low audio level and it's still just like exploding into my ear. This is your final year in high school though, right? That's how it is. Are you gonna go to college, or you think you're gonna go into just doing some work? I'm not really sure how the feeling is on college these days. It was wavering when I started going into getting out of high school. People being like, maybe not everybody needs to go to college, but it's also like really weird on like resumes if you haven't gone to college usually. But at the same time, like I think a lot of people are like getting skills and you know things that actually matter and getting jobs because they're in demand even without the college degree. I think a lot of like tech fields and things like that, as long as you have like a skill. Versus something more vague, like public relations I wouldn't exactly say is a skill as it is like a series of understandings of how to communicate. So, cool. Oh! We did it. I part of like it doesn't really matter what I graduated with, but like part of me wishes I finished going to school for journalism. Because I will say like PR isn't exactly anything I particularly care about, but at the same time, if I didn't have a job, I would much rather have a PR degree than a than a journalism degree. There's like an extra chair here, so that makes me think there's like a secret character. Let's play Mr. Bao. Alright. Let's do Toyland. We'll do one more course and then we'll switch over to Choo Choo Rocket. What have you been playing recently, Alex? I don't think we've talked about any games you've been into lately. I have been playing almost exclusively Amiibo Festival, but I desperately want to finish that game. Oh man. I wonder, like, because it seems like when I hit somebody, I didn't get as much, like, downtime. Yeah, so if I tackle somebody, I get, a good bit of, whoops. Not only speed, but also, you know, I get to slow them down. Ah! Oh, I bumped him. Cool. I don't think the dash is worth it otherwise. Do these buttons do anything else? What is going on? What? I don't know if the triggers did anything or what. Bow, bow, bow. I do feel like everybody I know who went to college that I still know didn't particularly get anything out of college, but I don't regret going, at least. I did really enjoy my time in college. As much as I probably would have said I hated it if you asked me back then, but you know, it's always more enjoyable in the past tense. Unless it's high school. I hated high school so much. I really feel like high school is like one of the worst parts of my life in terms of like satisfaction. I mean, admittedly, I was not like, I didn't have any goals in life at the time and didn't have any particular, you know, skills other than just playing video games as a hobby. So.
Hey, you really do it, don't you?
Oh, are you playing the PS2 standalone complex or the PSP one? The PS2 one's really cool. The PSP one is, I mean, I haven't played it, but it looks real rough. Oh god. Speed. Boom. I must defeat Jaw. I don't think there's a dash. So only during the running phase can you attack each other, which is kind of interesting. Alright, I got past him. And I think from here, unless there's like anything I'm not aware of in terms of speeding up, I think the goal is right outside of this. So as long as you're in front, once you're in this tube, you more or less are. Oh, there's a boost, but you more or less. You gotta dash a little bit. Oh, that's not the end. Maybe I played a short version of the course. That's maybe what it is. So I don't remember this part of the course. It's probably a little bit of like the Doraemon Ice Palace or something. Is that the noise that the soldiers are making? I'm not really sure the best way to cut corners in this game. I was thinking like maybe like, you know, just kind of tapping your way around is better. I don't really know. PS2, okay, yeah, that game's cool. How far are you in? Like, what part of the game are you in? I really wish they really, I don't know if exploit is the right word, but like spent more time on the platforming element of that game. Here we go, the end. Oh, you know what? Speaking of which, well, not really speaking of which, but I forgot I got a game today. Let me go grab it real quick. I went ahead and got Gal Metal for $10. I didn't hear great things about this game. I gotta be careful because I think there's some downloadable content on somewhere in here that I need to not show you. But I do want to show you that the not seeing anything, but it came with stickers. Unfortunately, the stickers are already kind of coming out on their own. I don't know if you can tell on the back here, but like they're kind of they're not meant to be affixed in here particularly hard. So if it bends at all, they just like start coming out. So, and the instruction booklet is full color too, which is really nice. I don't know if I've ever had a Switch game with an instruction booklet before. These things are really tiny. So, at some point, I'll take a look at this. Is it different on harder difficulties, or is it just like, hey, more damage, less health kind of thing? I like playing games with like different like variations on the harder difficulty, but I'm not a huge fan of games that you know, just bump up the damage variables or something like that. Okay, you said Choo Choo Rocket, Alex. Let's see. What do you want to do in Choo Choo Rocket? Are you familiar with Choo Choo Rocket at all? Also, I feel like the camera's really dark again this week. Let me it looks like it's set lower. Oh, I think that's right. I think it was really dark. Okay. I think so. One thing I need to do, and I feel bad because I apparently neglected to do this, is I recently tried playing a little bit of Gun Gauge on hard, and I noticed that Wakel Skade's like campaign was slightly different. So I wonder if I should sit down and play through all of Gun Gauge on hard. I have not replaced my Dreamcast battery, so we get the joy of selecting the date every single time we launch a game. And hopefully we won't have too many disk drive problems here. Okay, so I think that's better likewise. And I got a little Christmas tree there. I normally wouldn't set up my Christmas tree this early, but I had to pre-record a Christmas Eve stream for you guys, so. I don't know which card has any kind of stuff in it. I don't really know what to do in this game. We can try to connect to the internet. I think everybody does this with every time they boot up a Dreamcast. It's like, what if I connect to the internet? That'd be funny, right? I don't know if this is one of those games where it's like a peer-to-peer connection either, so you can keep playing. I think like I think a lot of Saturn online games you can just play online with other people still. What is that phone number in the corner? I can do anything in Choo Choo Rocket? Well, I may have locked us into dialing a tone that's not there. There we go. Okay, we're out. Internet! Okay. Let's do like a standard 4-player battle first. Is there like a random? Let's just do a 1-point match. Alright, you're gonna watch me do real bad at what's it called? Oh god. Oh god. Oh wait. Oh god. Oh god. Okay. I'll have to wait for that. Oh god, I don't want anything to do with this. Stay away. Oh! Don't come here. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Damn it. Oh, well, I don't have any mice anyways. Yeah, Mouse Mania. Alright. I don't know. Oh! Oh! I'm doing horrible. Oh, come on. Get in there. Get in there. Okay. 2 minutes left. Alright. What do I want to be doing? Let's do this. Oh, whoops, dang it. Alright. I've never been good at this game. This is one of the first, like, oh no, I trapped him in here, but I don't have a way to actually collect him. Oh god. This is one of the first Dreamcast games I ever bought because it's just so cheap. It was, I think it was like $2 or $4 or something like that. And I got it like at EB Games or something like that. Well, let me rephrase that. So I got a Dreamcast early on, and I got a set of games with that, but then I kind of didn't buy any more games from then on because Dreamcast games are still somewhat expensive. Get in there. All right, I don't want anything to do with any of this. There we go. I'm king. Nobody can get me. Oops, dang it. So this was like the first time I revisited getting the Dreamcast library again, was getting this game. It's probably about like, you know, it was still like PS2 GameCube era kind of thing, so it wasn't that long after the console was gone. Maybe like late GameCube era or something like that. Oh, dang it. Oh, well. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Jesus. Thankfully, I think the CPUs are set to pretty easy as well. Oops. I won, somehow. Yeah, at some point I should sit down and really like invest in this game, but I don't really know what you would consider beating this game. Maybe getting through all the puzzle challenges. I mean, I think probably this is just the right answer. I don't see why you wouldn't do it this way. Easy. Down only. I mean, they're gonna loop around, so it doesn't really matter. Okay. Oh, so they just get stuck up there. Easy enough. I do recall this game having some like issues because I think they released like a Flash version of this game or something along those lines, and then people were like, "Oh, we can just build the whole game in this." All right, so he's gonna come up around here, and obviously I want him to go down and in there. But I'm gonna guess. Oh, the cats are locked away, so it doesn't even matter. Use walls. I did buy Shenmue 3 though. Speaking of Sega and Dreamcast, I ordered my copy, so I don't know when I'll get around to actually playing Shenmue 3, but I hope in the near future. Let's see what happens here. They all get stuck there. Okay. Whoops. Whoops. Well, I quit. Pretty sure I just want to poke them here. There's not really any like harm to letting them run, so at least so far, like it just seems to make sense to just let them go. And see what they do. Let's try here. Easy. All right. Let's jump forward to one of these later ones after this one. All right, don't go that way. All right. see what one of these hard puzzles look like. Original? Oh, you gotta make... Whoops, well, oh well. Complete each task. Get mice. Okay. I mean... Well, I didn't want it to happen like that. So let's do like that, that, and then this. Oh yeah, I think THQ did that. They did like a series of Dreamcast games. It was Jet Set Radio, Space Channel 5, Choo Choo Rocket. Did they do Crazy Taxi for GBA as well? I can't remember. Are you gonna fall? There he goes. Feed the cat. Oh, is the goal just to like... There we go. Easy enough. Oh, I'm running out of time. Alright, that's enough of that. Crazy Taxi was on GBA? Okay, I don't know if that was part of the THQ GBA Dreamcast lineup or not. Alrighty. Is there anything else you want to see, Alex, while I pick something out here? See. I wish I could get card captures working, but it's just not playing nice. While you look, I'm gonna, assuming you want to choose, otherwise you don't have to choose. I won't force you. We're gonna play this demo disc though for now. If I can get it open. This slip case is just like steadily pulling apart. It says Generator Volume 1. I don't remember what's on here. A couple of racing games. Ready to Rumble Boxing. Power Stone. Oh, there's a Sonic Adventure demo on here. I wonder if it's of the final game or not. Let me check the year on this. Yeah. 99, that would have been the year the Dreamcast came out. There's like that, and you might know, you might actually know this, Alex. There's like the Sonic Adventure Blockbuster version or something like that. There's like an early version of the US version of the game, which is, I think, more closely related to the original Japanese version. I could be wrong about that. Oh yeah, Sega Bass Fishing. I have no idea how to play Sega Bass Fishing. We're gonna do it wrong together. Got a bunch of like pasta stuck in my teeth. Sonic Adventure? Okay, we'll do Sonic Adventure after this. Oh man, this screen is so chunky. Hey Zero, how's it going? You're here for Sega Bass Fishing, your favorite game. You love fishing games, right, Zero? It's number one genre is JRPGs. Number 2 genre is fishing games. How you doing, Zero? All right. Easy's probably good. Let's go with some shallow fish. I feel like, oh boy, I have no idea what I'm doing controller-wise. Okay. Why am I like pointing at the wall? Am I supposed to be able to point elsewhere, or Is this just my fate? That doesn't seem like something you want to do. Okay, now what? All right, I'm reeling. I think I'm reeling.
You're almost there. Be careful.
Oh yeah.
Okay, an average size.
Okay, an average size.
Time bonus.
Yeah, this is Noctis. All right.
Coming here.
If only Final Fantasy 15 fishing was this good. Fish. But yeah, I linked my well, actually I don't think on Twitch I was able to link it, but I put my backlog URL up there, Zero, if you want to choose a Dreamcast game if you want to see one. I played a little bit of fishing in there's a duck. I played a little bit of fishing in 15. Not a ton. I definitely tried it out though. Look at those tiny little fish. Zelda, yeah. Elemental Gimmick Gear is kind of like a Zelda game, that's for sure. But we played Pin Pin Triathlon already. All right, that's not going well. And we played Choo Choo Rocket. Yeah, Dreamcast. So, and then we're gonna play Sonic Adventure here after this, per Alex's request. Hey buddy. Hey buddy. I feel like throwing against the pier feels like such a weird thing. Like that doesn't seem right. Yeah. Oh, come on. Okay. We got. Oh. Okay, an average size. Just go for it, man. Don't question. Oh, come on. Somebody. I'm delicious. Oh, no. I'm delicious. Time's up. So you're saying you want Elemental Gimmick Gear, Zero? Elemental Gimmick Gear does have a little bit of a startup, but we might be able to figure it out. All right. Sonic Adventure. Do you have any preference of what character we play in Sonic Adventure? Or what characters? If you want to do multiple characters, Alex. Also, my Sonic Adventure case is so sad. It is, I don't know if you can tell, huge crack across here. And when I open it, it just like falls apart. I really need to replace this. Oh, whoops. Opened it without turning it off. Okay. But yeah, we can definitely try Elemental Gimmick Gear if you're interested in that, Zero. I'll try to rush it to get it going. Oh, whoops. Is this? Yeah, this is what I want to do. We might return to this disc. So I'll leave it out for now. Yeah, and if you want to know, the demo disc has Ready to Rumble, Power Stone, Monaco Grand Prix, House of the 2, a Sonic Adventure demo disc, or demo, Champ Car Racing, and Flag to Flag. Like 3 racing games. So, but I'll probably play Power Stone at some point. Very briefly. I do not have full copies of Sega Bass Fishing or Power Stone or anything like that. Sonic? Okay. Any preference on a level before I get there? I think I can choose any level, basically. Although this game has an open world thing, I can kind of... I don't know if you noticed that, but like the ripples on the sides of the screen, like, were like distorting the picture a little bit. Like in terms of like, there's like black, like, I don't know, black little specks. I don't know what's accessible via the adventure mode. Like if I can just go anywhere at this point, or if it locks me off to certain things. It's been a very long time since I've played this game. I think I like how the original Dreamcast game looks the most. Like, I know there's like a bunch of different ports of this game that do a bunch of different stuff that kind of breaks some of the graphical effects. Okay, so there's, I know if I go back in there, there's the beach on the, if I go into the hotel. It's also Twinkle Park. Check out these character models. See, that's what 480p gets us. The ability to see this lady. Oh, Jesus. Can I talk to her? I'm pretty sure you can talk to people in this game. There we go. Can I see the ship? I don't see the ship at all, actually. Okay, and that's how you get to Robotnik's thing. I'm gonna go to Tickle Park. Come in. Actually, what is... Okay. Wait, is there... I don't even remember this area down here. Alright. We're doing something. Oh, you know what? I think this goes up into like the one of the stores, right? That's where that you drop down there. Wave Ocean, is that the first level? I'm gonna start with Twinkle Park, but let me know if Wave Ocean's the first level. We'll go there after Twinkle Park. I can't recall what the Emerald Coast. Gotcha. Okay.
Welcome to Twinkle Park.
We will go to Emerald Coast. Twinkle Circuit. I don't know if Twinkle Circuit's a level at all, or if it's just a race. I think it's just a race. All right, we'll go to Emerald Coast after this. I'm pretty sure that's the first level in the game, though. It is kind of like, I don't know, like the lighting on Sonic right here is kind of weird, isn't it? I don't know. He seems less blue, but maybe that's just like my settings. We'll see. We'll have to look at it. I mean, it didn't feel like he was so not blue. Whoops. There we go. We'll have to look at him once we get out of here. Because he seems very purpley almost. Oh, God. Oh! Oh! I want these. Oh, jeez. I don't remember what determines how you win out on those, Oh, God. I also don't remember how this thing controls it all. Is there, like, a slide with this thing? I don't think there is. Oh, okay. Like, I don't know if I need to hit those cars a certain way in order to, you know, not... get damaged by them. Maybe I just need to avoid them is all it is. I feel like using the triggers in this game made you turn sharper, but maybe I'm just thinking of every other hover racing game and not this game in particular. Okay. Oh gosh. Is the whole level like this? I can't remember. I think it's Amy who has like a really different level for this. Or maybe it is Sonic. Maybe it's only this is the first part of his level. Because then he rides the roller coaster here and then it like spits him out on a different level. Yeah. It's been a long time since I've played this. Oh, there we go. This is a lot of like silly fun stuff though. Oops. Oh. Oh god, I didn't want to do that. Can you land up here? No. Okay. Oh god. Oh god. Alright, this is not safe. Alright. 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 Here we go. Okay. Way back here. Alright, that's fine. That's what I get for being too adventurous in my movement in this game. Oh god. One thing I don't know is like how much, like I do know some games on, oh dang it, on like GameCube will not like take kindly to running to 480p. If you like, you know, run a game in 480p that's not really meant to. I don't know if that's like the case on Dreamcast. I do notice that there's some slowdown in some games, particularly Blue Stinger, and I don't know if that's just always there, or if it's only when you're using like a progressive scan thing. Oops, oops. Alright. Is this... am I getting anywhere, or am I just... am I just running in a circle? Don't accidentally light dash during a... what's it called? Okay, I think this is the end level. Yeah. Oh, didn't land on it. Ooh, let me on! Let me on! There we go. Alright, let's hit an Emerald Coast real quick.
Hey, pump it up.
Lovely missed. Pump it up. I didn't spend a lot of time, like I never really thought about the medals in this game very much, so this game was very much just a I'm gonna run around it kind of thing. Yeah, it does seem more blue here. I don't know why it looks so purple in Twinkle Park. Alright, let's go to Emerald Coast real quick. Put down. That voice clip is different. Go, it's deeper? I don't remember. Oh, when he goes, go! Kind of thing. It like in Sonic Adventure DX or something like that, they changed it. I imagine it's still the same voice actor though, right? Like I don't think they changed voice actors for... I've never had that happen before. Oops, well, I'm doing great. I don't remember, actually, does Sonic Adventure 2 and 1 have the same voice actor? Like, did Sonic even have a voice actor before this game? In the game? Because, I mean, like, it's not like it, I guess Sonic CD theoretically could have voice acting, right? Oh, okay. Well, I'm dead. Thank you, Sonic. Let's leave it to Sonic! Nah. I feel like I always try to get in there and I never quite make it. Don't let go of the stick, apparently. Alright, here's everybody's favorite part. The whale. We did it. Oh no, whale's still here. Technical showcase still here. Okay. So here's a question. When you guys use the number pads here, no, it's not here. There's a part of this level where you use the number pads, and it like you can kind of just like stop on one of them, and I don't know if it's faster or not. Ooh. Like, I'll let you know when we get there. I think we're pretty close to it, though. It's like, to me, it almost feels faster to just skip the number pads. I like how you just like shoot the loop to loop because like no, you have to enjoy our loop. You cannot skip the loops. Okay, let me up there. Thank you. I'll say Sonic Adventure has really good music. Even like outside of even the vocal music. So here's the part. So like there's a platform that where you're like it's tended to jump on the final one right here, and when you jump it like actually like shoot you back here instead. And I always felt like as a kid that like just stopping on that one and just falling down was faster. We did it. Emerald Coast. Oh. Yes. Anything else in Sonic Adventure before we wrap this up? We didn't really touch any of the characters, but I don't know if we want to play a whole nother level of Sonic or not. I don't remember how to back out, if I can just back out to the main menu. Oh, you know what? We gotta go. I know what we gotta do. We don't need to play another level of Sonic, but I do know what we need to do. Oh, God. Actually, let's go see what my Chow Garden looks like. I'm curious. That's not what I was thinking of, but let's go take a look. My abandoned chows. I don't even remember how like chow raising works in this game. Okay, there's bunnies. I have a silver one apparently. And a bunny. Oh gosh. It's got little cat arms. What's going on with you? Oh, he's got a trumpet. Oh, their like details don't load in until you get closer. Gotta go pet a chow. I don't know. I'm scared I'm gonna hit them. Okay, that's pick up. Can you pet chows in this game? Because if I press A, that's jump, and I'm pretty sure that hits him. Hey, Oscar, how's it going? Oh man, can I don't remember how much interactions there are in this. Is this I don't know if this is enjoyable or not. All right, well, you came in at a good time, Oscar. We're gonna go to the. Is it Oscar? O-S-K-A-R? I think so. Oscar, I can't remember. Do you do art, or do I just see your drawn character or somebody who drew your character a lot? I'm trying to recall. I do know that you seem to like some interesting games though, which makes me happy. I follow a lot of people on Twitter, so it's like difficult for me to remember quite what people are into, but I do very distinctly remember your avatar though. Alright. Really, what we're gonna go do is go see the KFC man. That's the only thing that really matters in Sonic Adventure. I don't think that's petting. I think he's just like, you know, we're gonna pet the KFC man. Can I shake him too? Yeah. Okay, cool. To make sure this is petting, right? Can you go into the KFC place? What is it even called? Actually, I'm curious. Oh, it's a burger shop. Oh god. Oh god. I didn't want to do that. Okay. What can we do with this? Can we... Oh no! Goodbye. Cool. Oh, he's still here. Ah. My uncle does a lot of pixel art for games and stuff because I think his wife does programming and stuff. So okay, we got the KFC man. That's all I really wanted to do after finishing that level. You're saying Elemental Gimmick Gear 0, or at least that's what I assume you wanted after you said yeah that. Let's see what we got going on here. Yeah, I'll have to look at your stuff some more, Oscar. I haven't gone too deep onto like I don't know if you had like a website listed or anything like that, but okay. Let's get some elemental gear. There is a Tommy K's video label on here. This is Tommy. I can't really focus on it, but I guess this is probably like a rental. Full retail value of this disc will be collected if tampered with. So somebody rented it at some point, or they sold it. Okay. Where's my Nightmare Sonic Adventure case? You actually might like Elemental Gimmick Gear Zero. I don't know. I don't know if you'll like the game itself, but like there's some cool stuff aesthetically. We'll watch the opening cutscene a little bit. Not the whole thing, but well, unless we can't skip it, and then we'll watch the whole thing, I guess. But it's basically like a 2D Zelda style game, top-down isometric thing. But there are 3D battles and stuff that happen. So oh, cool. I have not, so like, oh no. Can I take this out without any trouble? I don't know how Dreamcast likes you messing with its memory cards while it's on. There we go. I haven't really played much Genesis stuff in general, honestly. So, but 32X is a system that I think looks like really cool. Like Virtua Racing Deluxe is kind of the big one I can think of. There's a lot of like good arcade ports, I think, as well. And I think Doom actually runs pretty good too. I'm not too familiar with, is it Sonic Chaos? It's the one with the rings, right? Like the two guys like holding, or two guys like Knuckles and one of the other Sonic guys holding like these rings, and they like bounce between each other, right? Which actually seems like a really cool concept. I don't really know how that plays it anyway, but I'm also going to turn the sound up because I think this game is a lot quieter than Pen Triathlon, at least. Bump it up to 35 and see how that is. We'll look at this anime man real quick, and then we'll skip the rest of the cutscene. What games are you looking to play on 32X, Oscar? I'm curious. Oh no, Alex. Sorry, I saw the YouTube signal, and I thought you guys were, the same for a second. But yeah, what games are you looking to play on 32X, Alex? Knuckles Chaotix? Okay. That seems like one of the more interesting games, and I think it's generally considered to be good. Am I correct? Okay. And sorry, there is like a YouTube delay, Oscar, so it does take a little while. I do think it's kind of interesting that they do like this like 2D character art within a 3D background kind of thing. A command list? Oh, like in the game there's not a command list? I figured Virtua Fighter and Mortal Kombat 3 are popular enough that at least somewhere online people have command lists for them. Unless like the 32X version does something special. So I'd like to play some Sega CD games. We can't skip this cutscene, by the way. Just as a heads up. We will mash through the text as much as possible though, so we can actually play this video game for a little bit. Let me pull up a list of 32X games. I'm curious if I am... It's been a long... Like, there's a period of time, probably in the late 2000s, where, you know, I watched a lot of, like, YouTubers and stuff, like I think many people did, and all of them were talking about TurboGrafx games and Super Nintendo and Genesis games, because that was the nostalgic thing of then. Oh, I'm logging into my backlog. I don't want to log into that. And like I feel like I absorbed a lot of knowledge about those systems at that time, and then proceeded to never look into those libraries ever again because I didn't really feel a great need to. Because it seems like a lot of people had pretty much, at that time, like, dug through most of the NES, like, 8-bit and 16-bit libraries. So, egg. Ready for egg, Zero? Alright. Sega Neptune, I forgot about that thing. Here we go, game library. 40 titles, even less than the PCFX for what's it called? Oh my gosh, can I not skip this text either? Hopefully this isn't that long. I seem to recall this opening cutscene being somewhat lengthy though. We've invested enough though. We'll keep going. Enjoy the story. Let's see, Afterburner, that sounds about right. What is Corpse Killer? Oh, that's that on-rail shooter. Okay. Fahrenheit? Not familiar with Fahrenheit. I'm not familiar with most of these games. Okay, Romance of the Third Kingdoms. Zaxxon. I can't remember if the 32X version of Star Wars Arcade is any good. I'm a big fan of the original Star Wars for arcade. Like, outside of all the garbage, obscure garbage I really like, or I don't know, I was about to say problematic games. I don't know if they're problematic really. I like my weird games as well. Like I do really like Star Wars, the arcade game, and that's super popular. Yeah, I think looking at this list, Oscar, I think I'm in agreement with you that the Sega CD seems a lot more desirable. Or Leon S. Kennedy. This is Resident Evil. This is Code Veronica. Cause I know I'm a little split on Time Gal for the Sega CD because I think that's the only localized version of Time Gal that came out, but it's also the one with like the worst video quality. So like I feel like even if I ended up playing Time Gal, I would rather play a Japanese version of the game that looked better. But Snatcher is a big one that I'd like to check out, but you know, obviously it's expensive as heck, so I at least personally will never purchase a copy of Snatcher. But pirate a copy of Snatcher, maybe. So I think there's quite a few RPGs. Pop Full Mail, I think, is a CD game, right? I'd like to play Pop Full Mail someday. Unex worked on the PC98 version of Pop Full Mail, or maybe it's the PC Engine version. Let me look it up. Let me go down my Unex hole here real quick. Pop Full. Also, if you've never seen the Pop Full Mail like OVA, not really OVA, but like they put out like a opening animation kind of thing for Pop Full Mail that was really cool. I don't know what it actually like. I remember at the time people said it was like a pitch for a Pop Full Mail anime, but I don't know if it actually ever was a Pop Full Mail anime. Like I don't know if that was ever like what I'm trying to say is I don't know if that was what it actually was or if somebody found it and assumed it was that or something without actually knowing what it was. Yeah, so Unex did the PC Engine version of Pop Full. And then Sims did the Sega CD version. And then Falcom did the PC 8801 version. I have not looked into PC 88 and PC 98 stuff recently. I really need to. It's getting close to only a month till I go to Japan, so I gotta figure that out if I want to lug a PC over. It reminds you of a Mega Man game for some reason. Mega Man's head is kind of like an egg. I guess, maybe. Wow. Bunch of spores. I played this fairly recently, so I think I can get us out of town pretty quick. I think it's pretty much just a straight shot up or down. If we go south, there's like a 3D battle, but I think there's a bunch of cutscenes after it, so let's go north first, and then we'll go south and then get the 3D battle and then stop playing.
The
Although I think they tell you not to go north because they're like, oh, it's a hard game. I wonder how much a copy of Popful Mail for the PC-88 is. Let's look that up real quick. Live Googling, the most exciting. Popful Mail, PC 88. PC Engine Popful Mail is $125. Okay, 9801 complete copy of Popful Mail is $200. Oh yeah, I forgot the like box art to Popful Mail on the PC-98 is like, I mean, maybe it's not that surprising being a PC-98 game, but it's surprisingly risque. Speedrun time. Okay. Yep, speedrun tactics. I'm an expert. I've played the beginning of this game twice. Once like 8 years ago, and then once like a week ago. Yeah, I think Popful Mail is just popular now because I'm looking at all this stuff, and all these copies of Popful Mail, no matter what platform, is just pricey. It's all $100 to $200. I'm ready to be a naked man. Free me from my naked cell. Leon! Leon! Help! Yeah. The hardest thing about, like, deciding if I want to get a PC-88 or PC-98 is I literally do not know anything about the software on either of them. And so you kind of the first thing anybody asks when you start talking about the system is, what games do you want to play? Because what games you want to play matters on which model you get. And my answer is like, I don't know. Like, ideally, I would not want to pick an era of the PC-98 that is like 99% visual novels, but you know, I hear the Shadowrun names a lot. I don't know if I know what Shadowrun is. Let me look this up real quick. Is Shadowrun a tabletop game? Okay, it looks like it. All right. So that sounds right in my mind. Okay, and there were like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 games in the Shadowrun thing. Oh, huh. This looks kind of interesting. Shadowrun Mega CD. Is there a Super Famicom version of Popful Mail? There is. Okay. I don't know if I've ever seen that version of the game. All right, I'm ready. Are you ready to spin? All right. Also, hey, check out this baby. I'm Kevin. I'm a 2-year-old. All right. I don't remember. I think it's a save point. Okay, yeah. All right. Here we go. Okay, split. Start now. Split. Yeah, I'll have to look into this. I'm not familiar with this Sega CD one. I think I'm not a huge fan of Western, like sci-fi or fantasy. I feel like generally it's not that I like, you know, hate it or anything, but it's just not not. I never look at that kind of stuff and be like, yeah, that looks cool. Like, I'm not a big fan of like how World of Warcraft looks and stuff like that. But, you know, whoops, I didn't spin up enough. Well, don't touch me. Don't touch me. like, yeah, it's just not really my thing so much. And so it's interesting to see this, like, I assume Western board game have, like, an anime aesthetic. So, I'm probably interested in the same way that I find like you know, the speedrun for this game might be kind of interesting because when you spin, you burn health. So, oh, I don't. Get me out of here. I don't know how to get him out. Punch him. Wait. That's the punch button, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. Punching is not a... Oh no! I didn't realize I could fall down the cliff. Alright, there we go. But yeah, but like it's interesting to see that game with like an anime aesthetic. I'm trying to think of any like sci-fi games that are Western that I enjoy. Draconus, which we could play Draconus if you guys want. Draconus is like maybe the only Western fantasy thing I can think of off the top of my head that I enjoy, but I don't know if I enjoy it aesthetically. I just like the game. So. And yeah, I don't know how many 2D games there are on Dreamcast, Alex. Oh yeah, so when you go here, you have to like get out of your suit. Boop. I think Sega Gaga is 2D. Mr. Driller. Choo Choo Rocket is all 2D assets, I'm pretty sure. Actually, no, the board is 3D to some extent. I've never been up here before, by the way. So I have no idea what's going on up here. Oops, well. I think the backgrounds in this game look really good, though. Like, they're just really detailed, I guess. Hello, old lady? Ted? Alright, let's get out of here. I do like how this guy's face just like looks like he wants nothing to do with anybody. Just like, ah. Even though like his picture is not so much like that. All right. Again. Oh no. Oh wait, we didn't go in the bar. Let's check out this bar. This kid died right outside the bar apparently. Rot's bar. Hello, Kim. All right, let's get out here. And yeah, I think I already told you, Zero, but Oscar, I have a list of games for Dreamcast in my backlog, or if you want to look at that, and if there's anything you want to see, I guess. I don't have a giant Dreamcast collection. It's kind of lacking. I don't know. I feel like I feel like I could really have a lot more Dreamcast games than I do. But I feel like most platforms these days, I'm not generally satisfied with my collection. But at the same time, it's also like I don't have the time to be like proficient with any individual collection anymore. Like, I don't know. I feel really good about my time at the GameCube, and I feel like I've played the majority of what I think is interesting on the GameCube. I don't want to sit there and say like I played the majority of what matters, because you know, what actually matters in my definition is different than what other people probably feel. All right. And so it's kind of interesting in this game because it does 3D battles as well for, I guess, boss fights. And, like, generally it controls the same. Like, you can still do the spin, which I don't know why you'd want to spin. I don't know. Let's try. I think this guy moves really fast, though, so I don't know if I'll get a chance to spin at him. Oh, there we go. That actually is... pretty effective. Yeah, it's over, Zero. The mech battle has finished. Alright, let me see what happens after this. If they drag me up somewhere into another cutscene, we'll move on to something else probably, but... Shut up. Don't treat Mr. Lucky like a kid. I don't know what I'll get to this game. This might be an interesting stream game to do sometime, though. Instead, we're going to play Martian Gothic next. Martian Gothic has a fake video game in it. Is my copy of Martian Gothic over here? Let me see if I can find it real quick. Oh, also Zero, I got Gal Metal. So, I don't know if you know what that is. But, as far as I understand, it's basically anime Wii music. Because it's not an actual rhythm of the game, I think. I think it's just like, hey, freestyle. And enjoy yourself, I guess. I have not tried it, though. I have not played Mach X yet. We can play some Mach X for sure. Do you want to start from the beginning, or do you want to... I think I have a save file so we can jump around a little bit. So... I also have the PS2 version of Mach X. Which my PS2 is hooked up if you guys do want to see that. Because it's like different. It's like a third-person game in a... instead of a first-person one. Yet it plays fairly similarly. So... let's see here. Let's punch this slug. It's weird. These bridges are very much like Castlevania staircases where you get like locked into a path, and it will not let you do anything else. Oh, hello menu. Oh, I have a guard. All right. Whoops. I'm not quite sure how the spin on this like works. There we go. Okay, I think I just have to let it charge. And not... I don't need to, like, let go of the button for it. Yeah, I just think the backgrounds in this game are really good. You know, I'm definitely more of a fan of 3D style Zelda games. And this is, you know, obviously more in the style of the 2D one, but... yeah. I want to see what happens when we spin ourselves to death. Also, I'm like sparking. Oh, they won't let you spin yourself to death. They're like, we know. Oh, Oscar, how far are you in Shenmue? Also, have you played Shenmue 2? I'm very interested in people's opinions about Shenmue. Because... I really like Shenmue 2. Let me correct that. I remember really liking Shenmue 2, and I wish I knew for sure that I really liked Shenmue 2. All right, we'll play a little bit of Mach X and Mach Chao. I'll just have to go grab my copy, and I'll have to grab my PS2, my European PS2. Okay, so is that what we're doing next? I think we only decided on Mach X, so. Let's see. Here we go. I also have a web browser disk if you guys want to write an email that we can't send. All right. Oh, you know what? I really want to play D2 at some point. I do not have a copy of D2, but I really wish I had Power Stone 2. It's like... I don't know. I played a ton of Power Stone 2 growing up, but I always rented it, so I never actually had a copy myself. All right, Dreamcast, show me your time. All right, you guys get to listen to the crumble of the European Union while I go find this other copy of the game.
Machin, Deus ex machina.
Sorry, it's the decay of the European Union is what it is. The decay of the European Union.
Sigh. The spiritual existence in another dimension. The core of the soul. Face what's inside of you.
Let me know if this is too loud. This game sounds really quiet to me as well.
The future's in flux. A time of choice.
Yeah, it's one of those things, Oscar, that I'm like, I will probably pirate that game. Like, I'm a big fan of getting physical. Like, there's, like, I could have pirated PS2 games to play PAL in Japanese ones, but I'm like, no, I want to play the disc, so.
Look into the future.
Okay, and do I have a PS2 controller over here? Yes, I do. Okay, cool. That is set up for that. All right, so I'll start with the Dreamcast one first.
Makin. Deus ex machina.
Makin. Oh, yeah. I think the Xbox version of Shenmue 2 is pretty solid. That's the one I played, at least. The biggest problem is that the D-pad's not great.
Makin. Deus ex machina.
So things like, you know, the quick time events and stuff become kind of challenging, actually. Sorry, sometimes I forget to look at the camera rather than over here. I should put, like, the chat under the camera so it looks more like I'm looking at you guys. Presentation. Okay. So we'll load a level because I'm gonna guess the PS2 version of the game I don't actually have any save file for, so we'll probably start at the beginning on that one. All right, where are we going? Got Washington D.C., Brazil. I feel like everything's kind of crammed up in here. Yeah, like Europe is a big part of this game. I forgot. Athens, Istanbul, Moscow, Hong Kong, Sanja's Palace, London, Amsterdam. I didn't know there was a manga. Let's go to Brazil. Let me see. Does this show me what body I currently have? Okay, I'm the evil Pope man, I think is what I am right now. Okay, that's cool. Shenmue is 3 discs long, right? So I think disc 2 is when you start working at the pier, right? I seem to recall like the bus being kind of like the first point of the game where it's like, hey, go to another disc. I'm trying to remember, you know, my friend. So I have a friend. Actually, it's a friend who sent me the European version of the PS2 game. Who I think actually mentioned the manga to me at some point. Oh gosh, I forgot the controls of this game are a little funky. Is there a quick turnaround in this game? I'm doing great. All right, let me remember these controls real quick. So R is strafe, L is look up and down. Okay, that's like a jump back and forth. I don't think there's a quick turnaround in this game. Give this to me. I think I just have to be better. I do feel like there's a lock on, but maybe it's L. I'll try that here in a second. Let's see if I can aim this. There we go. Okay, and then I think I want this, and then we can go down that hole. Oh boy. Like platforming in first person is not exactly easy. How are you? So Oscar, did you play Shenmue when you were younger? I don't know how old you are, but were you like around and playing that series when it came out? Cause, you know, I like Shenmue. I think Shenmue is a cool series. I was like 8 when it came out, And you know, I wasn't enough into magazine reading at the time to really get the hype behind Shenmue, but I enjoyed it, like exploring it and like, you know, going around that world. And you know, in that case, you know, it's special to me in that way. And I did play Shenmue 2 like 10 years ago, so it was after the fact a little bit. But I don't know if anybody who is like, I think Zero has made the point that he doesn't know anything about Shenmue and doesn't really like know the appeal of it at all that much. I don't know, Zero, you could correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like we had some conversation. I'm doing great, by the way. I'm definitely not dying. I feel like we had some conversation. There is a way to lock on, and I feel like I'm not able to do that right now for some reason. I thought it was L, but I don't know. Some help would be nice, though. Oh, God. There's somebody here. Where'd you go? Oh, God. Oh, God. Okay. Don't hit me. All right. Rest in peace. We did not get very far. That's fine, though. We'll try the PS2 one. All right. Let me bust it out. They're essentially the same game as far as I can tell. So, PS2 controller. Okay, did it make a big impression on you back then, or did it? You know, I don't know. It's interesting because I did play Shenmue 2 after the fact a bit too myself. I was like 18 or something when I played Shenmue 2, and I did really like it. But I just don't know like how. Like, I don't know how likely Shenmue 3 is to succeed, I guess. And I feel like I'm not seeing a lot of like chatter about Shenmue 3. Like, I barely even knew it was coming out, honestly. I forgot to actually plug my PS2 in. Let's do that. Okay, and this Wii U gamepad. I have all these Amiibo, Animal Crossing Amiibo on my desk. Because I'm playing Amiibo Festival. I gotta get up to look at this. Doesn't help that my light is like right above my frame meister, so I'm just like blinding myself. All right, get that there, get that there, get that there. Okay, and then let me unplug my Dreamcast. And is this on? Yeah. All right. Hopefully it plays nice and switches over very quickly. Sometimes the frame meister doesn't like it when you switch inputs between different consoles, so yeah. I thought about replaying Shenmue 1 and 2, but I just don't see it happening anytime soon. So I decided to just go ahead and get Shenmue 3, and I'm gonna try to invest in it and get through it fairly quickly. But I'm still playing through Gun Gun Pixies, so that's going to take a little time. Although I think I'm maybe like a third of the way through Gun Gun Pixies. Okay, I got to input light. Alright, there we go. Hopefully we can skip the opening cutscene in this game. I think this version of the game actually only runs in 480i. We can actually see what it's running at. They also kept the Japanese voice acting in it. Let's see here. I think it's data? No. Status? Oh, sorry. It's a PAL game. 576i. Image.
Deus ex machina.
I'm glad you like the voice acting too. I do like, what's it called? But yeah. What is H? Oh, headphone. I was like, what in the world is H phone? All right. Have you played what is that game called? Shadow of Destiny or Shadow of Memories? That game reminds me a little bit of Shenmue in terms of, you know, voice acting and some way like kind of mechanically as well. Oops. I really like Shadow Destiny a lot. I think the writer for that only did one other game. It was called Time Hollow for the DS. I have not picked up Time Hollow yet, though. I need to get around to it eventually. All right. Oops. So this game, because it was like originally a first person game, it kind of looks chunky. You can kind of tell that it was kind of slapped together as a third person game. Swordbreaker. Oh yeah, this is first level, so we gotta go through some tutorial stuff. Yeah, so I can lock on with L in this one, so I don't know. But yeah, it's pretty much just as chunky to move around. Still kind of like that back dash, side dash kind of thing, and you can hold the button to strafe. So it's basically the same thing, just from a different perspective. And Oscar, some of those old videos, I don't know. Maybe you feel differently about them, but I don't know if I like that video so much anymore. It took me a while to figure out, I think, the balance of how I wanted to do my videos. So, but hopefully you enjoyed it. I haven't watched it recently, but I seem to recall there being a lot of bad jokes in it, I guess. I think I threw popcorn at my face in that video. That seems like something I did. And then there's a Missouri Falls or whatever, that PS1 game. I need to get a copy of that too. Man, this interlacing. It's very noticeable on my side. I don't know if I prefer this game as third person or first person. It is nice that you can kind of like see around yourself a little bit more. Because it does feel like when I was platforming earlier, like a little claustrophobic, but at the same time, like I imagine once I get to that platforming area, this jump, it's not going to feel great either way. So... Anyways. This is a Dreamcast stream, not a PS2 stream, so I should probably play Dreamcast games. Even though this is technically a Dreamcast game, but... I just imagine that they probably had these character models and then they're like, I don't know. Probably couldn't spend a lot of time animating them. Oops. Oops. I felt like there's like a... Oh, you know what? I think like you could unlock attacks in this game by ranking your character up, I think is what it is. Okay. As long as you like it, I will not I will not criticize it too much. I'm very bad at being kind to my old videos in particular, so I shouldn't speak too poorly about them. Hey Anthony, we're playing a PS2 game right now. That's what's happening. But I think we're probably good to move on. Is there any Dreamcast game you want to see, Anthony? I don't know if you were interested in Evolution or not. I seem to recall at some point we talked about Evolution, but I don't know for what reason. Okay, now I got a new technique, and that's what it is. All right, we'll kill these bazooka guys in here, and then we'll switch back over. But if you guys know of another game you want to see, let me know, and we can swap over to it once we're done. You would like to see Evolution, okay. We will load up Evolution then. I think that game has a little bit of a opening cutscene as well, but we can try to see if we can mash through it. Oh, I missed the stab. Oh gosh. There we go. Looks like there's like some sort of combo system there. Let me see. Is that only if I use the stab, or is that any attack? Maybe it's only on kill is when you get points. Okay, you only get points on kill is what it is. So, you like the box art? It's just kind of this dude's face, isn't it? That one? Got a crack on this one as well. Most of my jewel cases did not survive the trip to Georgia because I did not pack them well enough. Alright, that's enough Mach X. Let me resort. I wonder, let me see what kind of art's in here actually. We're gonna look at this manual. I consider getting Evolution 1 from time to time because I do have Evolution World on GameCube, but the problem with Evolution World is that it cuts out, I think, a good chunk of the first game. Oh gosh, why is this manual being so... Well, maybe we won't look at this manual. It's not wanting to come out. Okay. I also don't know where my Mach X box is. There it is. No, wait, that's the... Oh, there it is. Okay, so Evolution is there. I won't worry about the PS2 stuff right now because it doesn't really matter. And then we'll swap over again. At least plugging the Dreamcast in is pretty easy. It's just kind of one cable at this point. Although it is one of those like, oh, whoops, did I turn my FrameMeister off? I think I did. Yeah, I did. I think it's like one of those, I don't know. It's like the JP21 connector, or whatever it is, I forget what it's called, has pins a lot like a S-Video connection, and it's also scary like an S-Video connection, where like little pins feel like they can bend easily. Okay, there we go. That played nice, thankfully. We'll see how the beginning of the game treats us, and then if it doesn't treat us well, we'll load up my save file. But I'm pretty sure my save file is at the final boss, so there's not a lot we can do without escaping the dungeon. So. You like bunching with the like robot art? Bunching with the robot art? I don't know what you mean. Alright. Punching with the robot art. Oh, the robot arm. No, this is this game. Yeah. Oh, hey, spoilers, by the way. Here's the final cutscene of Evolution 1. Yeah, in Evolution World for the GameCube, to my understanding, they cut out like 99, or like not 99, but like a large chunk of the game. So, like, you can get through the first game in like 4 or 5 hours in the GameCube version. But in the Dreamcast version, I think it is a more significantly lengthy RPG. I think this game has voice acting too. Oh yeah, that's right, because the Dreamcast version has the Japanese voice acting, but the GameCube version has an English dub, which I think the dub of this game is actually pretty decent from what I remember. As much as I don't really like this game that much, honestly. But maybe I'd feel differently today. I was not good at RPGs when I was a kid. I pretty much ran from anything as much as possible. So I don't know why they cut it out. I'm gonna guess maybe they just I don't know. Maybe I never played the first game, so I can't really speak to the quality of that content. So maybe if they just didn't feel like it was as good, they just felt the need to like cut it down. That, or maybe it was like a pacing thing. But that's only what I've been told. I don't think I've ever like sat down and looked at Evolution 1 on the Dreamcast. So I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, but I seem to recall that was the case. So, and maybe too much grind. Yeah.
列車がやっとし
Because I'm gonna guess like, if I recall correctly,
代表としてミューゼビル
your like level and stuff
いいえ
carries over.
分かってないわ
I'm gonna bump the audio down a little bit. Let me know if it's too low or too loud. I don't really know where Dreamcast sits on the audio level, and I made the mistake of listening to Pen Pen Triathlon at the beginning, which is probably the loudest video game ever made. I do think this game has a nice look, though. It's cute. I don't know who this artist is, honestly. Everyone's like pudgy.
大変緊急サイレンだわこの辺りはだから
We should have a fight here in a second. Alright, I'm gonna start mashing. Oh, it's time to not mash. It's kind of interesting because, like, and I like a lot of early 3D games in this regard where it's like, you can see out the side of the train card here, and like, you can see it out of the top, but you can actually rotate the camera, and it does have a inner layer here. But it lets you, like, kind of see, you know, out that way and everything. Reminds me a lot of how Lost Kingdoms 2 kind of does it. And you can actually see the end of the train back there. Or the end of the path. There's a lot of... just despawned. There's a lot more... what appears to be space in front of the train. I wouldn't be surprised if that's actually just like a 2D portrait or something. No, those trees are modeled. So, okay, let's move. Okay, awesome. Thank you, Alex. Appreciate it. Hey, Slap Artist, how's it going? Who's rating me? I don't use the Twitch tool, so I don't get to see if there's a like, I don't know if Twitch, like, you know, I don't know if Twitch, like, notifies you that somebody has rated you, so. There's something nice to almost like the diorama part of it, of just like, hey, this is a video game, dude, don't worry about it. Like, doesn't matter if you can see outside of this thing. There's something appealing about that. I don't know why I'm getting rated, but thank you for coming. We're playing a video game. As you might expect, on twitch.tv. I can't remember what actually triggers the fight here. Oh, there we go. Just running backwards. I can't remember this guy's name. Is it like Karnov? Not Karnov. Karnov's the genie guy. Let me try to get this manual out real quick. Ugh. Okay, I got it this time. Oh, and hit my mic. In the manual, it just says previous story and then new story. I know you guys cannot see that, but that's fine. Don't worry about it. Mystery Man. I'm trying to see if I can find his name. I do like him a lot. Carcano. He just has a... I forget what they're called. I think they're... we'll see it at some point here. Let me see. It's called the Psi Frame. And so, yeah, it's not like a part of him. It's just like a weapon he puts on, basically, to my understanding. So we'll spend some points here. We could probably just melee through this whole fight, but why would you do that? Right. Although I don't think anyone probably has anything really. Make some mushy soup. I forgot that they like scavenge around the plate. This game has a lot of fun animations. Like, maybe we'll load up the other save file, but like, everybody as they unlock skills get different animations and things like that. So, prayer, sad melody. Let's make Carcano sad. Draconus almost dead. Does he have a multi-hit attack at this point? One rank back. Oh, that knocks him back, actually. But I don't have anything to attack enemy rank stuff. We'll use these points anyway. It's just to have fun. But yeah, the arm like transforms and stuff. So he gets the mallet that he can like smack people with, and then he also can make the hand huge. And there's a bunch of different stuff like that. We'll see here in a second. Well, not in a second, but. And then she has a frying pan. Alright, and from here, it's just like a ton of more cutscenes. So, let's actually, let's switch over to the other file real quick. I think it's a good looking game. It's very clean. Yeah, I don't know if I think, like, and I'll show you the dungeon here real quick. I don't know, and maybe I feel differently today, but the dungeon design is very simple. It's just kind of these chunky. I don't know. They're all square and random, you know. So, also Ubisoft published this back when Ubisoft used to publish JRPGs. So, I mean, they did do Child of Light, but I think that was like, I'm pretty sure Child of Light they did on like as a part of their studio. I don't think they just published Child of Light, and they also did like some PSP JRPGs too. Ubisoft is an interesting company. Alright. The Society Dungeon. And I think I have Pepper and Carcano? Yeah. So let's go back downstairs, because I think that's the final boss up there. But yeah, you can see it's just kind of like these square... Every dungeon is basically just this, with different wall textures and stuff. So, you know... And it's like a bunch of stuff where there's like, you know, random traps like that, and like different alarms you can step on the floor, and gas that will poison and paralyze you. I forget what that kind of... Oh yeah, that's right, we don't have any... He doesn't have any, what's it called? FP. I'll just have them do normal attacks, and then we'll have Mag do something fancy. We got hammer parts, trip hammer, magna rave, dive punch, just a trip hammer. That scene, oh, it's like pushed. I don't know if the intention is to get like pushed through the earth and then comes back down, or if he got knocked into the air. Alright, let's get some FP in these guys real quick. Let's HP. Okay. Restores. Yeah. I've never beaten this version of the game. I'm actually stuck on the final boss. Because I did not... I assume I probably ruined my save file somehow. Like, I probably just didn't level stuff properly or something, or maybe I just didn't properly prepare for the final battle. I really don't remember what the issue was. I did beat Evolution World on GameCube, though. That I did go out of my way to finish. And it's basically the same thing. As far as Evolution World is, I think the entirety of Evolution 2 is on there. Light parts can be learned. Okay, let's learn Mirror Ball. I did not read what that does. Okay, just like a stat boost thing. What do we got going on here? Air Blast, Laser Blast, Recovery Blast. Yeah, let's learn something new. I don't remember how like the learning system in this game works. Like, she was shining, like there's like a circle around here that was flashing earlier, so maybe that's what it is. And so this guy has like a bunch of like interesting stuff because he has a shovel, drill, and wire parts here. I don't remember super well like how many of these components... Oh, that do damage to it? Oh, it looks like it did. I don't remember like how these components like it looks like we have slots on which we can equip stuff, so that seems to be the case, but it's been so long. But yeah, I think Carcano and Pepper were probably my favorite characters in this game. I like Gray a lot too, but I think at this point in the game, Mag was just too much of a like good character. Like I think he was just my strongest character at this point. Let's see. Let me see how this worked. So, okay, so there were different slots in the side frame, and yeah, it looks like there's a bunch of different stuff you could equip. Oh, it says cannot be. Oh, so these are all every character's side parts. Is what that is. So what if I remove these? Can I put some of these in? Okay, so hammer takes up 2 slots is what it is. So it's not like you're combining them. It just has multiple slots it takes up. Okay. Apparently never equipped a second accessory? That seems like a strange thing to miss, but hey. This is probably about right for, honestly, my my RPG experience back then. I was not very good at being attentive to these kind of games. So, let's see. Is this where I... Okay, so that's where I came from, right? Okay. That's probably all we need out of the evolution world. Yeah, but I think it's a good looking game. You know, normally you'd play the game like this. Yeah, so then you get like trapped in here, and like that really sucks at like the end of a dungeon if you're like low on stats and stuff, and like you get locked in a room with 5 enemies. All right, have a good night, Alex. Hope you sleep well. All right. Let me know if there's anything else you guys wanna see. For anybody who came here through the raid from Slap Artist, I suppose. Sorry if you're still here, Slap. I just don't know really how to react to a raid. I haven't really had it happen before. I don't know what the etiquette is. But I have my backlog rate listed up top there if you want to look to see what else I have on the system. While I do that, though, let's see here. We could play First Kiss Story. We could play some Industrial Spy, Fantasy Star Online Carrier. Fortunately, Card Captors doesn't work. Shenmue. Space Channel 5, I probably won't play just because I think my disk drive is dying. And it seems like the backgrounds get out of sync very easily. And I think that's because my disk drive is not in pristine form. But I don't know. Maybe it's not that. Maybe it's something else. I just put Draconus in, so we're playing Draconus. I enjoy me some Draconus. I would maybe like to someday do something more with Draconus in terms of a video. And then I also have this demo disc here, Generator demo disc set. And I played Sega Bass Fishing on already, but there's Ready Turbo Boxing, Power Stone, Monaco Grand Prix, House of the Dead 2. Play some... Oh yeah, this is a Treyarch game, by the way, if you don't know. As far as I can tell, Draconus and Die by the Sword are Treyarch's only original IP. Everything else they ever did was licensed, or somebody else's IP. So, you know, with Call of Duty, the Big Red One, Call of Duty 2, the Big Red One. Which I really need to get around to Call of Duty 2, the Big Red One at some point. That is on my list of eventually. Arcade games in Shenmue? So, actually, Oscar, I think my Shenmue 2 save file is corrupt. I tried using the passport disc recently, and it was not playing nice with the save file. And because I beat the game, you can't do anything with the save file other than use the passport disc. So, this game seems a little louder, so I'm going to bump it down a little bit. So, unfortunately, I don't know if I can play any arcade games in Shenmue. I don't remember which... Okay, it looks like they're right here. Let's see what Draconus 1 is. Falfair. I can read Falfar City. That's what that is. But yeah, this is a spiritual successor to Die by the Sword,
When the backlash hit,
which
Falfar City was
is
left without its magical defenses
a
for the first
PC
time in
game
hundreds of years.
where you use the
The
mouse
city
or a
fathers
joystick.
needed to devise
It's
a
like
plan to produce a
1996
means
or
of defending
1997.
the city
Use the
from
mouse
the
or joystick.
increasingly
Maybe it's
numerous
1998.
raiders.
To manually
The
control
leaders
your
of Falfar
character's
City
arm where you
settled
swing
on the
around.
Shield Wall.
So
Fergus, a blacksmith and
what's
tinker,
the smartest thing to do if you have a game based around a free-form sword swing is put it on a system with one analog stick. So instead of having a free-form sword swing, basically you have a sword swing that's mapped to your analog stick, but it's also the same analog stick you move with. So it's a little interesting because your movement is mapped to your attacks, basically. So, and originally this game and Die by the Sword came to my attention because Skyward Sword was coming out, and that game had one-to-one sword controls. So I was like curious to see what other games ever had tried to do that. And Die by the Sword came up, and then I saw this game. And obviously this is not one-to-one. I'm basically just pressing a button to attack from like a certain direction. But I like to call it like, as a joke, I call it Dark Souls on ice because everybody's just sliding around nonstop. And so you have to like manually block too. So like every time you block, you have to hold the A button. But if they hit your shield, you put your shield down. So you have to bring your shield back up every time you want to block. And you also have to hold down the button during the entire attack. If you just tap it, you will stop like trying to attack. At least as far as, maybe not. Let me see. I think it's like if you try to charge it, maybe is what it is. Yeah, if I tap it there, it does work there. But I think it's like if you hold it, yeah, it gets like a powerful attack is what it is. Yeah. It has really goofy voice acting too, which I don't know if we're going to see any of that, unfortunately. I will say it's a little weird to play. But I think that's also what makes it charming. It's one of those games that it's like, hey, and maybe the same way Castlevania 64 is like, hey, this game's kind of broken, but it's cool because it is kind of like not that it's broken, but like the bad parts of Castlevania 64 are also the parts that make it good, and Draconus is very much that case where it's like, hey, this game kind of controls like a mess, but I like it because it controls like a mess. Oh god, we got 3. Oh, we got 4! And this frame rate, man. We're just gonna do this. No more blocking, just play some stuff, please. Did it. I didn't take that much damage. I think this might be like a New Game Plus file, and I have like all my equipment and stuff. We lost 2 viewers to Draconus. Oh no. It's okay. Draconus is more important than the 2 viewers. I don't know. I like this game a lot. I know nobody else probably likes this game. But it's cool. It controls weird, and that's why I like it. But it is kind of just a lot of this. But you do like get. I would. I don't know if I'd say it feels good to control. It doesn't. It's not hard to control. I'll say that. Like basically, what I'm doing is the A button's the block here, and then to roll, it's the double tapping the triggers, which are also the strafe buttons. And then so you know, in order to aim my attacks, I have to also use the stick, which is also the movement. So whenever I'm slicing, I have to also consider where I'm moving to when I do that. Because there we go. Because if you're not, you know, if you're trying to like swipe left, but you go too far, then you're not gonna hit them. You do kind of like a soft lock on though, to kind of help prevent you from, you know, getting way too off course with the slice. So we got one more guy here. We'll kill this guy and then we'll call it for this thing. What time is it? We got 30 more minutes. All right. Please. Please. All right. Thank you, Draconus. I appreciate you and your time. Also, check out this map. The entire game just freezes while you try to pull it up. You can just hear the disk drive just going like... Rrr. And it's interesting because, like, if you're in a fight and you accidentally try to pull the map up, it's like... it just kind of looks silly. Alright. Enough of that. But yeah, I think Dark Souls on ice is a good way to describe Draconus. There is a level of finesse to its combat, but it's also very loose, and that's kind of what I like about it. Is that it's just kind of slippy and slidey. We played Sonic Adventure already. I'm gonna guess you guys probably do not want to play First Kiss Story or First Kiss Story 2. I'm going to skip on Blue Stinger unless anybody wants to play Blue Stinger, because I already have a stream coming up for Blue Stinger. So, Carrier. We're going to try this Card Captors game again. It's not going to work, but I want to believe it will work. Maybe we'll get a streaming miracle. But first I got to put in this Utopia boot disc. And also change it to not be 480p, because this Utopia boot disc does not like 480p. And then it's this one. So it's kind of like I've always heard it called like Pokemon Snap with card captors. I'm showing you these screenshots because there's a very good chance we will not actually see what this game looks like, unfortunately. Also, my TV is not liking the input right now. Oh, there it goes. I don't know if it's the issue is the disc or if it's the you know, the method which I'm booting it, which is through a boot disc rather than an actual Japanese Dreamcast. So let's see what's in here. Card Captor Sakura DVD is on sale and Laserdisc. DVD plus Laserdisc. All right. So here's this reindeer. And I'm kind of curious because you'll notice when we boot the game up here, it's gonna like apply a disk image to this reindeer, and I wonder like where it's getting that information from. Like, does every Dreamcast game have a picture of a disc stored with it? I don't know if like in the UI of the Dreamcast you see that. See that? It's interesting. Like, I assume that picture's coming from somewhere. And I mean, it has to be from the disc, or if for some reason they have like a complete archive of screenshots associated with the Utopia boot disc. But yeah, chances are this isn't going to work. It's going to sit on this black screen. So I'll go ahead and find another game for us to play while I sit here and hope it loads. But it won't. Rest in peace, Card Captors. So let's put in a Espionage I Spy. Okay. We're giving up on Card Captors. Card Captors, Mystic Adventure. Alright. Industrial Spy. I always get the name of this game wrong. Industrial Spy Operation Espionage. But the Japanese name is Espionagents. I think it's either one of three things. Either my disk drive is not great anymore and is having issues reading discs, which I have had cases where some games will not load properly. My copy of Card Captors is scratched in some way, but honestly, looking at it, it doesn't look like there's a problem. Like, it looks fine to me. I don't know. At least I can't see anything on it that looks, you know, problematic. But Yeah, I don't know. Or it could just be the boot disk I'm
The
using.
year is 2000. Giant corporations have taken the place of government,
Do we want to watch this
creating
text
a
scroll?
worldwide economy. Power depends on the depth
depends on the
of
theft of
industry.
Oh
industrial
yeah, I forget, like, switches between the different
In the
voice
brutal
actors in the
world
game.
of industrial espionage, Blitzstrahl rises above its competition. Blitzstrahl assembles teams of
Alright, let's skip that. The Japanese version of that is horrendously broken, which is great. Alright. My Dreamcast is saying it's November 27th at 3 in the morning right now. Alright. I'll try to remember how to get through this mission pretty quickly. Industrial espionage, yeah. I like how the outside of this area is just like a big giant test room looking thing. Alright, I think I can skip the tutorial. No. No. Alright. Okay, so I think the first thing I want to do is take her to the... Shoot, where is it? Actually, I want to try something while we're here. Can I... Okay. Okay, this actually... I think it might be a better way to play the game, honestly, is to have this map open. So, I do know I want to go to the... I want her to go to... I think it's the West Tower? No. West Building. Or not. Where was it? Security shutters. Lobby, terminal. That's not where I want to be either. I think it's the office.
Roger.
Okay, you can send her to the office, and then Archangel also needs to go to the office. Which I think was under West Tower. Is that the same one?
I get it.
Let me make sure they're going to the same.
Roger.
Because I don't think the kid has any sort of
Roger.
fighting skills, so I kind of want her to get ahead if she can. I'm not sure if she's behind him or not, though. I think she might be behind him, so I might need to make him stop. We'll see how it goes, though. Yeah, let me stop him for now. Okay, yeah, she's right behind him. Pushing him around. There we go. Alright. Looks like it's clean in there. Although it looks like she's already trying to hack it. Let me see if she can do it. She has like a low-level hacking skill, so everybody in this game has different skills. I think she failed. So let me have her go to the guard room instead. Which I think is where I want her to be next. Is that right? New East Building? No, that's where the other guy needs to go. Where does she need to go? Okay, she needs to go to the control room. And then I just need Archangel to continue back into this room. Oh, here. Is it office floor 2? We're on the office floor 2. Man, this is kind of the problem I have with this game, is it's kind of difficult to tell how to get to certain places. There we go. Yeah, it's interesting. So like, yeah, each of these people have different skills. So this kid is like really good at hacking. So she is like, she's kind of a all-arounder. She has hacking skill, and she has, I think her thing might be stealth is what it is. And she also has some fighting skill where this dude,
I get it.
okay, have him do that. This dude is like more physical combat based. But I can't actually use him right now. So they tell you in the tutorial why. It's just like he has to wait until certain objectives are finished. Okay. So I need him to go to that other room that she's going to now. So that's gonna be control room. I think there's a guard in the control room. No, I'm not doing anything right now. They just move on their own. Oh, she got hit. So you basically just tell them where to go is what you do. And then you kind of go between different areas. I think she can do some hacking, so let me go ahead and get her started. Oh, maybe not. I'm a little confused. So there's like an SP meter in this game, and I'm not sure what builds it back up, or if it's like a permanent kind of you know, disruption thing. I think that's it though. Let me see. I think we have a. I think I have the ability to see. Not the status. I think it's information. Okay. When I acquire the picture. So yeah, basically the idea behind this game is you are trying to commit like steal this painting so you can make it look like somebody stole it. So the person who owns this painting hires you so you can do an insurance fraud scheme or something. Is basically what it is. Okay, so we did that. Okay, we got the altered data. And then, okay, so she's also going there, and then Sanders goes to the guard room, and then they... Okay. And we get the painting after that. So he just needs to hack now. There's like a bit of a waiting in this game, too. Yeah, seems interesting. I need to play through it. I only recently got this, so I'm not super familiar with it. I do think QNext worked on it. It's listed on their website as one of their projects. And I think they did do some work where they weren't maybe directly credited. So if you look at the box art for this game and the Japanese version, which is SP and Agents or whatever, it doesn't list them at all. So I need to see the credits and see if there's any mention of QNext there. But I think typically on QNext's website, if it's listed under original work, that means they did the majority of the work. Because I think there are support works they've done, but...
I get it.
Right, so Link can hack again. So yeah, I'm not sure what caused her to suddenly be able to hack things, but she doesn't seem to want to anyways, so it's fine. We'll let him finish it. He's better at it anyways.
Okay.
Okay, turn these shutters off. Alright, and then I'm gonna send Sanders to the guard room.
Roger that.
While that's happening, I want her to go to the, is it here? No. Okay.
Roger.
I'll see if she can go take the picture. I think it tells you that Sanders should be the one to take it, but I'm curious if she can go do it. And maybe we can save some time. Although I think there's like lasers that are preventing you from getting in, but that's kind of what he's trying to do right now is disarm that stuff.
Job's done, boss.
Alright. So this lady comes up and she says, "Send me in," but like I don't know if you can actually use her in this mission. Okay, so she's going there.
What is this?
I'll turn these sensors off.
Roger that.
Wait, that's not where I want him to go.
Roger that.
I don't remember which one it's at, so we'll just send them both to the special exhibits area. Now we get to listen to this alarm.
Roger.
Where's the guard? Oh, there he is. Oh, come on.
Roger.
She like sat there and just let him jab her in the side. Video games need a less alarm noises. Oh, jeez. I don't think he can fight. Go run to what's her face. All right. Is this the one we're stealing? No, it's not. Are you at the one? No, I'm sending them to the wrong place. So they're in South Tower. So I need him to go to North Tower, I think is where I need to be. Yeah, I think I need to be in North Tower. Whoops. Then I'll have Ling head to Archangel.
Roger.
Hopefully we'll end this soon. At the very least, we only have 3.5 minutes of alarm ringing if I fail this mission. If I need to turn it down, let me know and I can I can do that. All right. But yeah, I think typically you'd have 4 characters. That's why there's like an extra slot. Yeah, yeah, I like you didn't come through it. Yeah, I like the presentation of this game quite a bit. Okay, so they're together. I think as long as they stay together right now, they'll be fine. And I think Sander should be able to handle this on his own. So. Okay, that's the one for sure. We did it. And we got money. And then you can upgrade your characters. So there's like a bunch of different characters in here. So we have Archangel, which is a little hacking kid. So he's good at hacking, has some basic circuitry stuff. And you can upgrade these individual skills and stuff on them as well. And you have Ling, that lady. Vladimir, I have not seen him yet. He has a lot of skills though. I'm kind of surprised. So I don't know if he's, whoops, I had my foot on my desk and then I like slipped down on accident. There we go. All right. And then she has like almost nothing. So yeah, I don't really know how these characters play in different things. There's Sanders, he's average across the board. Cleopatra. I like this dude. I've been using him because he has like healing and hacking, so. Yeah, their hands are ginormous. Particularly, is it Luria or Vladimir? Vladimir has like a gigantic hand. Brr. So. Let's see. What else we got here? I don't think we really need to see any Phantasy Star Online. We have all seen Forest 1 a million times. Shenmue would just be the beginning of the game. I'm going to set that aside. Make an executive decision. No Shenmue. Got Jet Set Radio, Red Dog, Carrier. That seems like the items ahead of us right now. If you guys want to make a decision on one of those, if you're interested. If not, once I put this game away, I will make my own decision. Jet Set? Okay. We will Jet Set. Or sorry, Jet Grind is what I meant. Although I think it's called Jet Set Radio in Europe and Japan. And then I think Jet Set Radio Future for the Xbox game and those regions as well. I'm not good at Jet Set Radio or Jet Grind Radio. It's a weird game. I have grown or have gained an appreciation. Red Dog? Okay, we'll do Red Dog next, Oscar. I'll put that on top here. And then I usually wrap up around 9:30, so we'll probably wrap up pretty soon after Red Dog. So I still have to work tomorrow. Boo. It's actually been kind of a nightmare at work right now, but that's okay. We'll get there. We'll live. Graffiti is art.
Jet Rhino Radio!
Jet Set Red Dog, yeah. Red Dog does kind of have a, I don't know what you want to call it. There are platforming elements to Red Dog. Oh, whoops! Did I load a new save file? I have characters unlocked, so I don't think I loaded a new save file. Yeah. Okay. Street. Grind City. Bencho. Let's see. Where's Grind City? Phantom Street and Grind Square. Earn points until time is up. Race the streets with your group. Spray paint the streets. Spray painting is what you do in this game. New. Slate. I'm a big fan of Yo-Yo in Jet Set Radio Future. I do not like Yo-Yo in Jet Set Radio. Let's play Mew. Get down. Get down. I'm kind of surprised they have not tried to re-release Jet Set Radio Future at all. I don't know if it's on the Xbox backwards compatibility thing at all. Maybe it is. I feel like they have... Oh, man. If you have Panzer Dragoon Orta, I feel like you have to have Jet Set Radio, but maybe I'm wrong. Okay. Oh, this level is kind of, I forget. Can you do tricks in this one? On, like, the rail? I don't know if we can. We might just be able to jump. Okay. If it is a... Here. No, don't go on the American flag. Anyway. Alright. Let me see if I can build some speed. I don't know if I'm going to have to do a jump here. Yeah, I do. Alright. Alright, how do I want to handle this? I think I want to... Is this attached to this? Yeah, it is. So let's... Oh, I can do this real quick. Okay. Oops. So I'm gonna try to just jump right onto this thing. There we go. I'm gonna play this safe and just walk up the staircase. But yeah, this game is this game's interesting, like, cause it is in some ways just kind of like a weird platformer. Oh god. You can't play Jet Set Radio Future on Xbox, Anthony? Is that what you're saying? Okay. Cause that's good if you can. I'm really glad what they did with Xbox One backwards compatibility. I wish there was more of it, but I understand. Honestly, I never expected anybody to re-release Full Spectrum Warrior. That's just like a weird thing, and I'm really glad somebody did it. Like, I don't know if anybody, like, I don't know. I feel like I don't know anybody who cares about Full Spectrum Warrior, but it is a really cool, like, good and cool game, so I'm like super glad they did that. Oh boy. I missed whatever that it was. But I do want to do this. Is there any other? I don't think there's anything else there. Oh. I will say the map's a little hard to read in this game. It can be difficult to tell where you're trying to go to get some of this stuff. So there's some stuff right down here. Oh, I'm definitely... Alright. Alright. Okay, that's good. I'm glad you could do that. That game probably looks great in 4K. Like, this kind of game, like, aesthetically, I feel like would just... Because there's no, like, real... There are textures, but, you know, that's not the aesthetic of the game. Like, I don't know, textures are not as big of a deal in this game versus most other games of the Xbox era. So I'd imagine it scales up pretty well. I really need more Xbox games at some point too, but I have a lot of Xbox games, but they're all military shooters because I got my games from my stepdad for the Xbox, so. Whoops. Okay, we got 2 more up there. And this is like the hard part of Jet Set Radio is like once you fall down, it's like how do you get back up? I think we might want to... Let's try this. Oh boy, I don't want to exit on accident though. Please. Please. There we go. Alright, up there. Nope. Okay, I thought maybe I could grind on that, but I just kind of fell through it. Oh, you know what? I might have to just ride this thing up. Yeah. There we go. I do not have Steel Battalion. One of my friends in Oregon has Steel Battalion. He bought it and was just like, oh yeah. I think he took it to, I think he's at Moricon this week, and I think he may have taken it there. I think they might do a Steel Battalion, like, LAN party kind of thing. Just cool. Millennium 2000. I'm sad I'm covering it up because there's a bunch of English on there, and I'm curious if it's... Oops. Come on. I'm running out of spray paint. I'm going to need more. Alright. Is there any more easily accessible spray paint cans? I don't know if there is. Oh, there's some spray points there. I played a little bit of Oddworld. I never really got it. It didn't click with me, but I was also very young, so it could be that I just didn't understand it back then and I would like it now. But I don't really know a lot about Oddworld in general and that whole developers thing and their universe, you know? It is a very particular series, and I hear Oddworld Stranger's Wrath is very good, and then anything outside of that is very much an acquired taste. Whether or not that is true is kind of another thing, but I literally have not played an Oddworld game since that original Xbox One, back when the Xbox was around. So, and I cannot remember anything about it, to be honest with you. I can't remember if it's. I assume it's a 3D game given the era it was, but I cannot recall because I think the first one's 2D kind of. Which actually we did. Actually, now that I think about it, I think we did play some of Oddworld on the PlayStation Classic stream because I think that is on the PlayStation Classic. I fell. All right. Enough of that. Let's switch over to Red Dog. Stranger's Wrath is on Xbox as well, right? And then I think Stranger's Wrath got like a PS4 port at some point, and maybe a limited run games release. Maybe it came out on Vita as well. Not remembering. Yeah, what a weird thing. I don't know if they've announced anything recently. What is his name? My brain is saying Jeff Minter, but that's the what's it called guy? Llama guy. Tempest 2000 guy. This is what I'm thinking of, not the Oddworld. I forget that Oddworld guy's name. But it always feels like his company is in flux. I don't know if they're even still around. Alright, Crave. So this Red Dog, I don't know if you know, Oscar, but Red Dog is a Argonaut game. So, you know, team that kind of helped with Star Fox a little bit. You know, it's none of the people per se. But, you know, thanks, Dad. Dad did buy me this game. I have no idea which one's my most recent save file, though. I'm going to guess the one with the full... I don't know what A2 or A1 means. Alright. What do we got going on here? Red Dog Research City Underground Hydro Generator. Yeah, Stranger's Wrath, I remember that one. Munch's Odyssey is the one I very briefly played, but I think those games were very, at least for me as a kid, was too complicated. I was not, and maybe still today to some extent, am not good at overly complicated games. I say that, but then I love like Xenoblade Chronicles. So, alright. I'm trying to remember. Oh yeah, there's some stuff over here. I think we can pick this up and it's like a weapon. Yeah. Okay. Ooh. I want this. This is like a weapon power-up thing, so hopefully once we get enough I can show you that. Ow. I want this too. Okay, there we go. Nice. Easy. I like combat systems that are ridiculous but don't matter. Like, if a game is very strict about its combat, then that's what bothers me. And, you know, I like that, like, Baten Kaitos and stuff will reward you from... Dang it, come on. Leave me alone. I think I despawned on accident. I like those games that will reward you for interacting with their systems, but I don't feel like they punish you for not interacting with them very often. But, you know, I don't know. I'm also very much hurting already. Oh, you know what? I think this room's really rough. Got some health there. So kind of like what you want to do in this game is not run into explosive barrels. Oh god. Let me I'm gonna use... Oh god, I'm not gonna make it. There's no way. Yeah, I thought so. Let's try this again. Alright. These spiders are a huge pain. Alright. But kind of what you generally want to do in this game is kind of use your dash to, like, spin around a room a little bit, but this part is a little difficult, actually. I remember having a lot of trouble with this level last time, because I played through this, I think, last year for the first time and beat it. I had it for a long time as a kid, so the whole thing is to kind of keep moving. And when you're using your boost, you get kind of like a slide to your turn. Leave me alone. So like when you're turning normally, it's pretty. There's a lot of traction on it, but when you're boosting, you have a lot of sliding. And you have your little shield there, but the shield doesn't block the electricity. Those little spiders do. I'm winning. Thanks, Dad. Thanks for coming, Dad. Are you ready to play some First Kiss Story 2, Dad? Yeah, these spiders, I hate them so much. I feel like I should have chosen a different level, because I remember not liking this level at all. Alright, you're just gonna stand there? Cool. Did you ever get past the Zeke fight, Anthony? I keep forgetting if I ever looked into whether or not that game lets you adjust the difficulty if you haven't bought the DLC. I really feel like the Torna, the Golden Age, is so much better. Oh yeah, back up. Don't touch me. It's really a shame that that isn't like the initial experience you get in the basic Xenoblade Chronicles 2. As much as I really like Xenoblade Chronicles 2, that game does not have a great onboarding ramp. So that was tunnel. I think that might be it for the spiders, hopefully. Oh yeah, this part. You know, I think this whole level was awful, from what I remember. Because I think the end of this level is that this entire place starts filling with water. And you have to escape within a certain time period, or else you get drowned out. And it includes going up one of those little ramps there that we just went up, I think. Hey, who's shooting me? Oh, I have to kill it to leave. This is a terrible place to shoot. Okay. Is that? Oh, there's still that guy there. Alright. Get this. Oh, yeah, I'm full on that. So I can basically expend that energy once I get maximum, and then it fills up that bar down there. But that bar is only temporary, but it lets me shoot really fast with this gun. I don't quite remember how the different weapons work, if it's weapon level specific or if it's like something you equip on before the level. So you generally want to like save that energy for before a boss fight, but it's fine. I don't know if we'll even get to the boss fight tonight. You only tried it once? Alright, so here's the part that's kind of shady. Because all this water's down here. Wait. Where am I going? Oh, you know, I think go through here, yeah. Ow. Something's blowing up on me. Oop. 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 Alright. Now we got a boss fight in here. Oh, I didn't know they do Bionicle games either. Yeah. Yeah, they were around for a while, and I mean, like, it's where, I don't know how much Argonauts was involved in, like, what, Giles Gordard and, David Cuthbert were doing after they, you know, were working at Nintendo for a while. But you know, that's kind of where that whole thing spawned from, was them, you know, making 3D engines on the Game Boy with Argonaut. And then Argonaut made Croc 1 through 3, I think is what it is, on the PlayStation, which kind of, as far as I understood, started from them trying to make a Yoshi 3D platformer. And then they're like, well, what if we made Yoshi a crocodile? We may not survive this encounter. Okay, I need to be closer to use that, apparently. Alright, we're almost done. Ooh, boy. Where is he? You have to be careful because you can see like the butt of my engine is like turning red, and if you jet too much, then it causes your engine to explode and your entire vehicle to explode. So, all right. So I forget. Does it open up over here? That's where I go, or is it? Okay, yeah, that's it. Oh, cool. Yeah, Dylan seems like a chill dude, and he's definitely been opening up more like recently, lately. It feels like, in terms of like, you know, being willing to tell stories about working at Nintendo. I think there's always like some, you know, worry that if you you know, in Japan particularly, there's like kind of a, I don't know. I don't want to say a stigma, that's maybe not the right word, but all right, here's the annoying part, because now the place is going to start filling with water. And I have to escape, so we're probably gonna die. But like, you know, Japanese developers don't typically talk about their, you know, past histories much in game development stuff. Although it feels like they've been more and more willing to, at least some of them. So I wouldn't be surprised if, you know, to some extent. All right. So I gotta ramp up here, but there's like, I think there's a gap here. Yep. All right, I think we have one more go on this. I don't think I have any more lives. Okay, I gotta slow down real quick because So I need to get higher. I need to get above this line, I'm pretty sure. So let's stay up here. Oh, you know what? I need to keep climbing. I'm not going to get out of this hole. My engine's going to explode. I'm amazed it didn't. Oh, God. Okay. We came out kind of on the exact opposite side of where we need to be. Oh, no, and I fell in the hole again. Ah, let me up, let me up, let me up. Ah. Let me in. Let me in. No, all right, it's over. It's over. Rest in peace, Red Dog. I actually think some of the challenge missions in this game are kind of fun. Let me see if I can find one real quick. That I think this one's kind of interesting. We won't spend a lot of time on it. Yeah, so you have like these little challenge missions where a lot of time are like, hey, destroy these things, and then you have cases like this where it's like, hey, do a race, and then, you know, depending on how well you do, I think maybe that's where the upgraded weapons come from. So also, interesting thing about this game and a lot of Dreamcast games that I always say all the time, Dreamcast games often have like secret, not really secret, but like files on the disc that when you put them in the PC, they have pictures and stuff. This game has a Photoshop picture of the director of the game like smoking a blunt. So I'm like, great. I forget his name. I looked him up, and he actually is at Rocksteady now. I think he ended up becoming the founder of Rocksteady, is what it was. So, Red Dog has a blunt picture of Rocksteady, man. All right, we died. We'll put that there for now. I think it's a blunt. I'll send it to you later, Anthony. Okay. Wait, that's not gonna work. Don't look at this. I think I know what happened. I'm a quiet boy. Don't worry about it. I was just rambling for a while. I was just letting you know it's time for the only game that matters. And now I'm doubled up. Anyways, I'm not going to actually play any First Kiss Story, but it's going to sit here. That's it for tonight. Thanks for coming. It's okay, Oscar. I figured it out. That's it, though. There's nothing else to say. just this high quality 480p first kissed opening that I actually think is set to RGB mode right now, and I don't think I can change it back to 480p mode. Have a good night, Anthony. This is the end anyway, so you're leaving. Had a good time. No, play it. I technically haven't seen the one girl's story in this mode, but we're not going to play it tonight. But yeah, OneControlPort.com is the website. Thanks for coming. Nothing really new up this week. Oh, I guess I had the video that is the recent gaming pickups video that went up. So if you want to hear me talk about Gun Pixies, I do talk a little bit about espionage, or sorry, Industrial Spy. What is the game called? Industrial Spy Operation Espionage. I talk about it in there a little bit. Yeah. I also talk about some Wii games, Jeep Thrills, Namco Museum Remix, all that good stuff. And also a little bit about this VGA box, but, you know, kind of basically just showed you all that stuff. So that's it for today, though. And then, obviously, you haven't listened to it yet. I'd be super thankful if you listened to the Lost Kingdoms 2 podcast I did with Rowan and Elena. So those are up on the website right now as kind of or that's up as like the featured content right now. And I'm going to try to get, and I keep saying this over and over again, I'm going to try to get some kind of other featured video out by the end of this year. But the more and more I look at it, it's looking unlikely because I have to, you know, go to Japan and stuff. So, quick note. So, in First Kiss Story for the PCFX, how they handle this screen is that it's kind of like a like dating VHS where the girls talk about themselves, and it has like all their information at the bottom of the screen. And then when they ported this game to PS1, they changed it to this where it's just a demonstration of the game. So this is like a random cutscene from the game that they're showing. And then they also like do like a next time on kind of thing with each character, so you kind of get to see some animated cutscenes with canon here and stuff. But in the First Kiss Story 2 for the Dreamcast actually go back to the original PCFX kind of style of like, hey, here's a girl just talking into the screen, talking about herself kind of thing. So yeah. Anyways, I've done enough talking. Thanks for coming. I hope you guys have a great night. And I'll see you next week, maybe. We're going to play Martian Gothic next week. I should say that. Martian Gothic. Look at these men scream. I think one of these is supposed to be a lady. Maybe the center one's the lady. I'm not sure. So, yeah. We'll start that. Thank you. Oni-chan. Bye-bye.